When they were digging this chamber out back in 1928, 1930, they dug out lots of stones, but they also dug out some bones.
Ooh.
Some bones are over there.
We can't touch it.
Which
They are
one?
toe bones from an extinct kangaroo called a Cynostenorus occidentalis, or a short-faced kangaroo. We believe they were washed through when a river flowed through at different stages in the cave's life. Now, we sort of have that depicted over the back here. Now, whilst they weren't a lot taller than a modern Eastern grey roo, like a Procoptodon was a bit bigger, but these Cynostenorises, roughly the same height as the modern Eastern grey, were far more thick set. They could be up to 120 kilo. Their chewing functions were very similar to those of a panda bear or a koala, not a bear. That suggested the food they ate back then was quite fibrous, where modern day roos prefer softer grasses, generally speaking. Also, it had thicker, heavier hips to carry its mass, and it only had one toe on either foot, with like a big hoof toenail on it. Modern day roos have got two toes. Now, some of the paleontologists are arguing or discussing the fact that they think this roo was so big and heavy that at different times it walked bipedally like humans. When they said that, my head sort of exploded. That's not what I was taught. That's science for you. Anybody do Minecraft? Anybody willing to admit they do Minecraft? Over the back here we have dripstone. So that dripstone, that what's it called? A
Stalactite.
stalactite hangs onto the top.
Oh, dear.
It's dripping. So effectively that's growing. That could be growing at the vast rate of 1 centimetre every 100 years. Now, that's because the water lingers there a bit and has a lot of dissolved minerals in it from up above. They turn hard again. The water drips down to the bottom and lingers a bit more. What do we call the formation coming up from the floor?
Stalagmite. Stalagmite.
Yeah, I'm listening to the letters in there because there's a trick in there, isn't there?
There is.
Because English is confusing at times. They call it a stalagmite. They've now put stalag with a C, tight. Stalag. They put a G in there. Stalagmite. When they come together, they are called a stalagnate, column, or a pillar. So I think about they're stalagmates, so they're stalagnates. That's the way I remember. Up above, we have seep stone. It's where the water containing all the dissolved minerals from up above within it seeps out through the porosity of the limestone, creating cave coral or cave popcorn. I think it's kind of cool that nature's found a way to make something possibly once was coral look like coral again. Question?
Maybe all million years, I thought. No, 1,000, 2,000 years.
Number?
You don't need to